Hello, dear ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Catwoman Common. And today I have an urgent message from your significant other, or somebody you are in love with, or somebody you have feelings towards, or somebody you're thinking about getting into a relationship, or maybe it's your husband. Who knows? We'll see right now. So the message is, what did you do to me? What did you do to me? Like the person feels that there is something about you that's almost like out of this world. The person kind of questions his attraction towards you. He might have any glimpse of ideas that you might have done something. And I really hope that people who watch this channel are conscious people and they understand that there's everything has to be pure. Divinely guided, and there should be all the guidelines respected towards another human beings in regards to how you treat them. So there's I'm never advocating any manipulations of any kind, just purity and working on yourself, working on your own cleanliness and your own energy. Like, you know what I mean, like those love spells that these stupid women do. I can't really call them otherwise because they don't know what they're doing. They request some kind of services to create an idea of love, but the only idea, that's the whole point, there's just idea of it, it's not real love. Anything that's manipulated, anything that's ordered, it's not it's going against the universal law of free will. Anything that violates free will be responsible. So there is a message. The person really wants to understand, like, what did you do to me? You're the only one who haven't tried something. You broke me. What did you do to me? What did you do to me? And indeed, ladies and gentlemen, what did you do to him? The best way to be will be, we're going to be looking at Harry Potter. Harry Potter Tarot. It's a magical Harry Potter. We're going to watch today's movie. It's like an episode every day. Harry Potter Tarot is going to show us precisely what is your significant other or the person you're inquiring about wants to understand. So tell us more about yourself. You seem broken. You seem that something is happening. You're questioning something. You are under impression that the woman who's watching this video did something. Tell us about yourself so she or he will recognize who you are. Tell us about yourself. Who are you? He's Prince of Cups. He's the person who is in love, Draco Malfoy. But there's something slightly evil about him. Maybe he's blonde, blue eyes, but not necessarily. But there's something about him that's kind of not necessarily uh, benevolent or good. Maybe the person is very romantic, and he actually person might like to drink. Somebody likes to have a beer or something, or something stronger than that. Person is a romantic person, knows how to seduce women with his words, because men are smart. They know women love with their ears, so they have to tell you any kind of fairy tale so you can believe it and fall for it, right? Yeah, what else? Yeah, he's pretty brave. He's got a good Mars energy. We have energy of Mars, so he's got pretty good masculine energy. However, is it like Professor Snape? Whoever seen Harry Potter, remember he was kind of always like kind of dark figure, kind of reserved to himself. Very smart man indeed, but kind of like always onto something. Yeah. Tell us more about yourself. Mm. He might have a child or want a child, or maybe child from his previous marriage, or there is some princess of this kiss thinking about. The person wants a beginning or wants a fresh start. The Fool. The person is mesmerized by your beauty, by your photography. Maybe you have some kind of online profile he's watching. The person wants to begin to try something new with you, to embark on an adventure. He's kind of like, I'm in love like a fool. Like, what did you do to me, right? Yeah. He's even getting mad. He's kind of like watching. He thinks that you are up to no good, that you did something, right? We have this page of swords. He's kind of looking for shortcomings on your end. Yeah, shortcomings, exactly. However, he wants to play chess with you. He really wants truth. He wants to figure this out. You guys, some of you are not talking, or some of you are on a bad terms right now, or somebody like got in a fight or something. Remember the magical chess in Harry Potter? Whoever watched it, there is like a real deal, right? This chess, when you play them, people get hurt, right? So he doesn't want to any one of you to get hurt. However, he understands that you are very powerful, so to speak, rival, and he can't fool you like he's been fooling others. Yeah, he's hiding something. He's hiding actually a lot. He was always like a peacock. He always kind of felt like, you look, I'm so cool. I got this amazing tail. I'm like the gift. I'm like, you know what happens right here? He lost his actuality when it comes to you. Like he always felt like a like I'm like, wow, like women love me, they're crazy about me, they think I'm so cool. Yeah. He always had this think that he's a winner. He's got the cup, and he was joyous about it. He was very happy about it. Like he had a cup filled with emotions, and the Jupiter, sign of Jupiter, is like a sign of success and desire of praise from other. You see, we have some planetary encryptions on these cards, which I really like, the magical Harry Potter deck. And he always had success, smashing success among the opposite sex until he met you. And now we got the broken heart. What did you ladies do to him? Sorrow. We got like three of swords. In a classic scenario, it's about the broken heart. Or what did the girl do to you? I don't know. Destruction. You guys, like, he's feeling very depressed. Dementor's card. What else? Because he fell in love. He really fell in love with the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. Kundalini energy is activated. For some of you, snakes means a very strong sexual energy, but here's more like a maybe you guys will recognize. Maybe he looks like your significant other, you know, some features, some kind of like beard or some kind of hair color or wave. Not necessarily, we're not going to be attached to the looks, but something happened. He started falling for you, right? Yeah. And he feels there is some kind of magical influence on your part. He sees you as a Harry Potter himself. He thinks that you are actually, you kind of know some instruments, or you kind of have something up your sleeve, that you made something on purpose to make him fall in love. Are you crazy? Haven't it crossed your brilliant mind that you could have just experienced genuine love? Yeah, he thinks with his other head. Sorry to say, I don't know how else to translate what I see right here. We got the Ace of Wands right here. Ace of Wands, traditionally in system of tarot, when it comes to a relationship or spreads, it means a new beginning. It means a boost of energy to start. It's that fire, inner fire, but it also signifies somebody's very strong sexual attraction towards you. He also kind of feels like a king. You see, like a lion right here. He feels like a king next to you. You activate some processes within him that makes him feel empowered. He sends a sense of comfort. You know, again, beer, butter beer, whoever likes to drink. Maybe you guys had some drinks together recently, or he wants to take you out or something. But he always thinks about how to please you. He's like, it was always about my pleasure, but now I think about how to appease to her. And it makes him question, maybe she did something. But our girl who is watching, did you guys do something silly like that, or you just being yourself? Did the girl did some manipulations, or she's being herself? Of course, you just being yourself. You being yourself in a way that Two of Cups happen. You guys happen to have kind of a rapport, kind of an emotional connection too. You see, you two kind of drink from the same cup, or you guys kind of drink from two different cups. The cup is, metaphorically speaking, it's your feelings. It's the emotional component. It's the coupling thing. So you guys kind of envision each other as a good partner towards one another. However, there is a lot of nuances that take into place. There has been a lot of disappointment on both of your parts. So you are not eagerly starting something like just right off the bat. You're not jumping. You're not the type to jump into the new relationship right off the bat. You want to take your time and analyze and examine the person. That's why you ask a lot of questions. You ask right questions. Instead of talking about yourself, you ask the person to reveal his true nature to you, right? Yeah, absolutely. And the person also feels very empowered, because you ask a lot of questions about his family tree. You want to understand where is his background. You see, family tree behind Sirius is Black. It's kind of more about, you grasp an idea of what kind of family example the person had behind, what kind of example he had in front of his eyes growing up. So you will understand what are his expectations when it comes to family or something serious. This is a really good, yeah. You basically examine him like This is a husband's card, King of Discs, the Hagrid. Yeah, Hagrid is like a daddy card. I like to call it daddy, who is very protective, who is very caring and stuff. You want to make sure you're examining the person and you get the answers that you need to know. And this automatically creates fear. This person is kind of afraid of you because he hasn't been questioned like that before. Everything like this was easy. Like I mentioned you at the beginning, the peacocks right here. You know, I'm cool. I'm the holiday. I'm the cake. That's all I need to be, right? I need to be just cool, just be cool myself, and I'll be already popular and demanded. But when it comes to you, you are hard not to crack. You know what I mean? You're like a really hard one to crack. You're not like going like, oh, you're so amazing, I'm so like mesmerized. But you know, you ask questions, ask, and you shall receive. And you actually might have two or even more options in your circle. That's how your attention is not only focused on one person, it kind of spread out, and the other person is like thinking, I don't even know if she is really like, what is she about? Because you can't, when somebody can't read your mind, they can't really envision what are you thinking. They do not know what to expect from you. Therefore, you become a very uncontrollable. When somebody does not know your pattern, your routines, doesn't know what to expect from you, automatically become uncontrollable for the other person. Yeah, exactly. You're very swift. You're maybe some of you rides the broom. It's like a method of transportation of witches in Harry Potter when they were playing Quidditch, which is so funny. But you definitely have your method of transportation. You are very independent. You are very young looking. I see like the princesses that came out already several times as your hypostasis. I haven't seen the main figure yet, like a queen. We're gonna dig deeper into it, but you are very youthful. Doesn't even matter what age you are. You can have a somewhat blonde or a little bit of a red or auburn color hair, but not necessarily. Or you're envisioned like a very young looking. You look much younger than your age. You must be doing something right. Maybe there's some good health care. Some girls who are into holistic medicine and stuff, who are like doing like the yoga and meditations and, you know, eat well and eat healthy. They are usually looking younger because they preserve themselves in a good condition. Their body received the nourishment. Yeah. Yeah. And you also are very sharp. Some of your students or some of you are studying something, or maybe you're watching your my colleagues. We have the Ravenclaw representative, right? So you guys are really sharp, and there is some kind of sword about you, some coldness about you. It can be like a lot of Aquarius energy, not necessarily. Can be a lot of air signs up in here. Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, not necessarily. We're not getting attached to the sign. However, there's some kind of air energy in your component that emanates into the world, and the world sees you, the person in particular sees you, that you are going to cut off any BS. You are literally not going to entertain or tolerate any BS from anybody's part. You're just going to immediately cut it all off. Right. So again, yep. Also, you're seen as a queen of wands. The queen, when the first queen that comes out is always the strong ones. Queens of wands. You see a cat. It's always classic story. They're always very energetically potent. Those are the ladies that are very active, proactive. They have some projects, interesting stuff in their life, or they have very strong psychic abilities themselves. They have very strong intuition, or they may be interested in any esoteric field, whatever it is, whether it's herbalism, picking up, you know, making your own candles, making your own something kind of like Harry Pottery, witchy, some cool stuff that you're doing. Is very attractive, but it's also very scary. You have to understand there is a dark side of the story and there is a light side of the story, like a moon. We have dark side of the moon, we have light side of the moon. People who strive within the light, they don't do any harm to anybody. They do protection, they do the cleansing, they help ascension of humanity. People who are on the dark side of the story, they're like basically they're like a servants of the dark forces. Those people are not gonna end well because they're in a very, very low vibrations, right? But there are regular folk, muggles, right? Non magic folk, right? Regular muggles who are not familiar with any of this. We're talking here with you guys on channels like this, or on any you know, even they would watch Harry Potter, they would be like, what the heck is that? It's like stupid, it's a fairy tale. They don't even get it, right? So those who don't get it, they fear, because what you don't understand, you fear. You automatically disclaim it as like, oh, this is something I can't comprehend. They are afraid, and it's only natural because you're afraid what you can control. Yeah. And there is some people getting this particular person is getting kind of angry because he's kind of imprisoned. You see the Azkaban prison. He again comes out as blonde. You remember the Malfoy and his father? Maybe he has a son, by the way. He might have a boy who is younger than him, or somebody from previous marriage, or he comes in a hypostasis of judgment. He is definitely your karmic partner. It's not, he came into your life for a reason. But the question is, will you entertain this connection further? Will you dive deeper into this connection? If the person already has these fears about you, why do you have the fears? Is the girl much stronger than you energetically, or no? Yes or no? Yes. Very, there's kind of sadness about him. He can get the things his way. He wants to see you more, be more often. Or he wants to be things to be on his terms. And there's kind of sadness that you are not, you are not as into him as he is into you. Correct? Yeah, definitely. You kind of have you put a stopper because you examine, like we said, yeah, stability. You are very much occupied with your stability. You're making those coins and stuff, like you're making sure your professional life is thriving, or studies, or anything. You invest a lot of time and money into some kind of endeavor of yours, whether it's work, business, professional. Maybe you have your own family that you have to see to, which is a full-time job on its own. So you don't have that much energy to give to this person. This person automatically thinks, but why are you so dependent on her energy? Yeah, because of this. Queen of Cups is the woman who becomes the most lovable and love itself. But also in this deck, specifically this deck, we're not going to read it just like a regular Rider-Waite deck, right? It's a classic. It's a basic. Anybody who wants to read tarot, they start with this. By the way, if you guys want to learn how to read it, just give me a shout out. I have a course. I have amazing audio, video, online YouTube course that it's for those of you who guys want to watch and read the space, Akashic Records, tarot cards, and not only all kinds of oracle cards. I teach you how to do that, and you learn yourself at your own pace. The all information is going to be under the video. It's called Archetypal Psychology Course. People who studied in my program, they confess that this is a very unconventional method. It's much easier to study because when you're going to learn 78 all 78 cards from the classic, it's kind of boring. It's kind of like, dry out knowledge. What happens with a good reader, with a genuine reader, he or she knows how to read the Akashic Records. It's not about the cards. It's knowing how to read the energy the cards emanates. It's really amazing. Highly recommend. Anyways, he sees you as a Queen of Cups. He sees that you have the emotional component that he hasn't felt before. Therefore, you kind of brought some value into his life that he hasn't. Yeah, power. You have a lot of power in this connection. Energetically speaking, maybe you work on yourself. Maybe you're a hard worker overall. Maybe you're just like one of those people who have a lot of activities, a lot of like travels, a lot of things going on, a lot on your plate, and you're therefore much more interesting and resourceful. And that other person just can't comprehend, like, how come are you used to like needy? Yeah, he used to like needy people, but you are very valuable to him. Ace of discs, right? You're valuable to him. You invest heavily in yourself, and he sees it, and he automatically kind of like, why did she do to me? I never felt this before. No, honey, you felt love. But you also kind of sharp. You see the knife, the Queen of Swords. You have like kind of a knife next to you. You have kind of an edge to you, and you have kind of a very strong intellectual minding component. You kind of like this warrior princess. Like, don't come near me. I'm gonna, like, like it has something attractive and also intimidating at the same time. We have like a edgy girls tonight, yeah, and you're very fast. You have probably your car or your vehicle, any method of transportation of yours. You're always like on the drive. You're always on the move. You see, we have the chariot. Here is the train that goes to Hogwarts. Anyways, very interesting. So the girl didn't do anything. She just being herself, her badass herself, and you fell for her. That's it. Why do we need to reinvent the bicycle? Tell me. King of Wands. You know what? He has a very big spectrum of emotions, including the intimate as well. Like sexual connection is very much out there. You guys have the same suit, like a Wands, right? Wands came out. You and him are in the same suit, King of Wands. And he thinks that you guys are very compatible. That's what he thinks. But what do you think? That remains to be seen. He wants to be that hierophant, this daddy, so-called Dumbledore, right? The main character, one of the main characters. He wants you to look up to him. That's what happens. He wants you to look up to him. But do you look up to him? I have a feeling that not, but do you? Yes or no? Yes or no? Of course, no. No, you don't look up to him. You are done with your illusions. You're not looking at people with rose-colored glasses anymore. You see these are real people. Yeah, yeah, you examine them. You're a happy person by nature. You're very positive. That's why people, when they get together with you, they have such a great time. And when they're away from you, they feel like sad. They're like, they remember how good of a time we had, how good of a happiness, how good of a pleasure we experienced together. Why is she so like closed off, reserved, focused? Because some of you are students, some of you are scholars, some of you have a lot on your plate. You study, you work, maybe both, maybe you're parents, maybe you're just busy overall, and you don't have time to entertain people the way they would like to be entertained. But anyone who ever had a chance or privilege to sit with you on one table, spend time with you, you're unforgettable. You're basically magical. That's why people kind of don't understand you. This guy, yeah, magical, exactly. You see, High Priestess. I talk about how magical you are, and we have the card of High Priestess, which is resembled as McGonagall in this deck. High Priestess, second major arcana. That's the bottom line. Welcome to the club. Catwoman's Coven ladies are always magical, very unusual, very beautiful, very special people. Come and watch content like this. So, of course, there's going to be any resonance with non-magic folk who happen to get an encounter with you. They will see you as different. But that's okay. Different, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means you have to find your own tribe. Sometimes it takes time. It's going to mean you're going to be lonely for a while. But once you meet your own tribe, you understand, there is nothing wrong with you, never been. All together, all along, I've been fine. I just haven't been vibing. When you vibe with your own people, you don't second guess yourself, you don't question. Everything falls into place. Everything is like light on the stream. Like, like you don't have to push it. There's no resistance. Everything happens natural, whether it's friendships or romantic relationships. So if you guys like my style of reading, I, of course, invite you and suggest you to get your own personal one-on-one reading, because this was just like an entertainment. I do the collective, right? It's a lot of you, thousands of you, and you all have your own situation. However, if this topic was attractive to you, if you resonated with it, then some way, somehow, collectively, you guys all have the same processes. That's why we're all here. We attract like magnets because we collectively go through the same processes. However, don't take any advice as a personal. This is not a legal advice, okay? If you want your personal situation to be clarified, only on one-on-one private sessions. It can be video like this made for you, just like on YouTube. It's going to be a private link, or it can be one-on-one at the FaceTime. We can figure out there's plenty of ways how we can contact. As long as you send me your date of birth, you describe situation briefly, and then I'll take it from there. We use different instruments such as astropsychology, such as soul formula, which helps you additionally to gather much more information about your particular case. And then we dive deep into the beautiful world of Library of Akashic Records. Thank you so much for being with me. I'll see you on another beautiful episode. Have a wonderful day, everyone.